What's up everybody, my name is Carl, and today I'm going to review Hawkeye. Directed by Rhys Thomas, this festive miniseries takes place 6 days before Christmas, where we follow Kate Bishop, a 22-year-old college student with an eye for archery and hand-to-hand combat, who gets caught in her idol's dark past, Hawkeye, which leads to the two of them working together to deal with Clint's enemies. Question is, can Clint get home to his family in time for Christmas? I know, I'm late reviewing this. It's actually criminal that I'm reviewing a Christmas themed show at the end of February. Yeah, you heard me. I'm officially a psychopath! Kate Bishop, played by Hailey Steinfeld. Just like Simu Liu, this is yet another example of someone who feels right at home in the MCU. Her character comes across as an energetic, curious and mischievous individual, which unfortunately gets her into some pretty bad situations, more specifically with the likes of Hawkeye's past as Ronin. Kate is essentially a 22-year-old who wants to do more than just go to college and then work at Bishop Security with her mother. She wants to fight the tracksuit mafia alongside her favourite Avenger, eat macaroni with an assassin, and save a dog who likes pizza. Oh, wait, that's what actually happens. But in summary, she wants to do so much more, and fortunately, she gets to. This series essentially sets her up to become the new Hawkeye via some fun but entertaining moments with her mentor, and honestly, I'm excited to see where she goes going forward into the MCU and who she teams up with next. Clint Barton, played by Jeremy Renner. Man, it feels strange to see one of the original Avengers. Clint certainly has gone through a lot over the years, and ultimately, he just wants to spend his time with his family. Clint is technically semi-retired, and I kind of feel bad for him. He just wants to watch Christmas films with his kids and not have to deal with the tracksuit mafia bros.
Let's go, bro.
Clint also has to deal with the fact that he's now losing his hearing, which has come courtesy of all those Avengers battles, as well as the trauma from losing his best friend, Natasha. It's cool how we finally get to learn more about his dark past as Ronin and the impact it had on people like Maya in particular. Like he said, we had our own ways of dealing with the blip. I don't think anyone expected you to become a vengeful assassin, Clint. Seeing the different trick arrows was fun, a bit goofy, but it's nice to see this development with the Hawkeye character. He's not just a guy with a bow and arrow, but someone with some tricks up his sleeve. I'm not sure how much more we'll see of Clint in the MCU, but if we do, hopefully we could see some more cool things.
Don't give me hope.
Echo, Maya, played by Alqua Cox. I'm not familiar with this character from the comics, but certainly is someone who you sympathise for and respect. Maya is deaf and is also an amputee, but that doesn't stop her from being a complete badass. Certainly from her flashbacks and the fight sequences, she definitely knows how to rough her targets up. Maya in particular is looking for vengeance against Ronin, who, during the blip, killed her father. You can certainly see her perspective is more personal and can somewhat feel sympathy for her for losing her father. Supposedly there will be a Disney Plus show for Maya called Echo, which of course is her alter ego in the comics. Hoping this goes ahead and we get to delve into her world further. Favourite episode? This was definitely episode 5, called Ronin. It was really awesome to see Clint donning the Ronin suit for one last time and having a short but cool fight sequence with the tracksuits and Maya. As well as this, Yelena and Kate's interaction in her apartment was absolute gold. They have really good chemistry. Yelena, as ever, was her charming and banterous self. I honestly never get tired of seeing Yelena. She's a very entertaining character.
Hi.
The ending of the episode was a real plot twist, as it was actually Kate's mother who was behind the murder of Jack's uncle instead of Jack. As well as this, it was revealed that she had assigned Yelena to kill Clint, as well as who she was working for, which is none other than the Kingpin himself. The good points of this show: narrative. I think especially for Christmas time. Yes, I know it's February, stop attacking me! It's a nice short but perfect story to follow. It's a countdown to Christmas, albeit with some men in tracksuits fighting two superheroes in purple with bow and arrows. It sounds very magical and festive. Weirdly, It works well. Cinematography. The MCU never fails to disappoint in this area, and certainly in the Disney Plus shows, they have excelled. One particular shot I like is in episode 3, the car chase sequence. There is one long camera take which is placed in the back of Clint's car, and it does this cool 360 long rotation. It makes you feel immersive, as if you're physically in this situation with them. Action. In comparison to the other shows, this feels more grounded and street level, makes Hawkeye an underdog of a show. I'm all for big explosions and CGI, which of course we still sort of get, but it's nice to have that almost Daredevil fighting element. Interactions. I liked how certain characters interacted with each other, specifically between Kate and Yelena. The chemistry they both have is so fantastic and fun. I wouldn't mind a spin-off series with these two teaming up together. It would be very entertaining. I absolutely loved their sequence in the lift. Absolute comedy.
What was that? I don't know.
Kate and Clint's relationship certainly had its rocky moments at first, certainly with Clint not wanting to be there, but it developed into a typical mentor type relationship, with Clint by the end passing the mantle on to Kate. The bad points of this show. While I enjoyed the 6 Days to Christmas ethos, the first 2 to 3 episodes seemed to cram in so much at once, making this feel slightly rushed. I mean, how did Clint know where Kate was when she was wearing the Ronin outfit and dealing with the mafia in the alleyway? I kind of felt like Jack's character didn't really go anywhere, at first becoming the #1 suspect behind murdering his uncle and putting a bounty on Clint, but after it was revealed not to be him, he appeared more as a joke by the last episode. If we get a season 2, then hopefully we get more character development from him. Hawkeye vs Kingpin. Yes, the fight between Kate and Kingpin was epic, like truly it was a brutal and fun sequence. But as this is Hawkeye's show, it would have been cool to see Clint going toe to toe with the Kingpin. Maybe a missed opportunity, but at least we did get a fight scene from him. On the subject of Kingpin, I kind of didn't like the way they treated him in the finale. I get his strength is immense, but it kind of looked silly being flown into the air by a car and a trick arrow. It just seemed a bit comical and not how he was treated in the Daredevil series. So in conclusion, I would give Hawkeye a 7.5 out of 10. The narrative is perfect for the festive occasion, there were some great fight scenes, and we got some great character interactions, which I hope to look forward to seeing in future MCU projects. However, pacing the first couple of episodes felt rushed due to timing, and while I think this show was decent to watch, it's not something I would re-watch throughout the year. I'd definitely be a psychopath if I was watching this show in the summer, for example. It's more of a seasonal show, whereas the other Disney Plus shows would be things I would happily revisit anytime. So comment down below what you thought of Hawkeye. What were your favourite episodes, favourite sequences, and what would you like to see if there was a season 2 of this show? Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!